Hello, my name's Kevin and welcome to the Kevin's Shed channel. So I thought I was going to have a bad experience and it turned out to be not the evil experience I thought it was going to be. So my car was down to 10%. We'd only got about 20 miles or so left on the charging and it badly needed charging because we want to go out somewhere tomorrow. And yeah, so it was pouring with rain and I was like, oh God. Because normally what we do is, because we've got a deal with Onto where we can charge for free with cheapskates, and we're not going to charge at the house like we could do. There's a place nearby we can charge it, and I can go shopping at Lidl's, which is about a 5 minutes walk away. And I thought, I'm just going to sit in the car for an hour and wait for it to charge and blah blah blah. Anyway, it stopped raining, so. And I thought, yeah, the other thing I do is I go and scout all of the charity shops that are just right here next to where I am. And so I was just thinking, I'm just going to plug it in and sit here in the rain. It's going to be terrible. And anyway, it's Sunday. The charity shops will be shut and blah, 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 whatever. And anyway, I got here. It was still raining. And yeah, it stopped almost immediately. So I thought, okay, I'll go to Lidl's and do a bit of shopping. And then when I came back, charity shop, obviously I think the charity shops had kind of like shut all their doors. Normally the doors are open and you can just walk in, but they shut all the doors because it was pouring with rain. So when I came back from Lidl's, all the charity shops were open. So I thought, well, I'll go and scout those. So now we're up to Zoe, and I wasn't a big shop at Lidl's, by the way. So yeah, I spent £25 about, and up to 80%. So I've gone from 10% to 80% in the time it takes me to shop at Lidl's. I think it's 40 minutes in total, and scout all the charity shops. I'm going to wait. I want it to get a bit higher than that. But I thought, yeah, I'll do this video anyway, because it's kind of the reality. If you can't charge at home and your charge is low, you've got to go off, no matter what the weather's like, really. And that's a pain, and you've got to sit in your car and wait for it to charge up. Now, depending on what kind of journeys you're doing, I could have probably just come here and charged it for half an hour and left it and done our journey tomorrow perfectly happily. But then I would have to come back again, and I don't like doing that. So, or I could have, as I have somewhere to charge it from, I could have been not such a cheapskate and charged it overnight. But I am, because with deal with Onto, you get free charging at several places, and this is like less than 10 minutes drive from my house, so that's what I've done. So my bad experience. So what's it like? I've got used to driving this now because in my last video I hadn't had this very long. Yeah, and the driving experience is still good. Okay, it's much better than driving a petrol car, and I'm not saying that as someone that's seen the light and blah blah blah. I'm being honest. I'm a crap driver. Changing gears is a pain. One of the nice things, this is supposed to do 0 to 60 in 8 seconds, and it does do that because you don't have to have the reactions of a racing driver to achieve the speed that's supposed to be set. Because you don't have to change gears, you just get continuous power. It's not like in a automatic car either, where you can feel it change gears and all this. It doesn't do that. It just goes full power the whole way up to whatever speed you're doing, and also there's no variation in that power. So and also the other thing I've noticed now that I've been driving it more is so this is like a really dinky, it's a Renault Zoe, and it's like a really dinky SUV, so it's like short and squat and a bit tall, but because the battery's in the bottom, it doesn't feel like that when you're driving and you go around corners and you can chuck it around a little bit. And I'm not a racing driver by any means, I'm very careful, but I can feel that it feels more planted, and I've got no clue really, but I can feel that difference. So yeah, it is a nice car to drive. It's a Zoe though, it's a bit crap in some ways. The GPS sometimes can't find where you want to go, so you put your postcode in and it just sits there diddling, and you have to stop it and start again and have another go. Sometimes it's taken like 3 or 4 goes to get it to actually go, oh look, there is a place that you put in 4 times in a row. So yeah, that's specific to the Zoe, not to it being an electric car, or to Renaults maybe. And there's other little things where you notice, oh, they've cut the corner here and there, like inside the lip of the boot. There's no like plastic panel inside the lip of the boot. It's just the metal. But then there's holes in the metal where things can drop down inside the body of the car. I haven't dropped anything inside the body of the car, but if you did, it's gone, because you can't get your hand in there. So that's it. It's gone forever. I don't know how far down it goes, but and it's got a sharp edge, so I'm not going to try jamming my hand in there. So yeah, that little things like that. You just go, why is it like that? How much would it cost to just make a strip of plastic and stick it on there? Yeah, cheap little cheap things like that. You feel that, yeah, the doors, you shut them, they don't fit. They don't give you that BW clunk or any of that kind of stuff. They're just tinny. So yeah, it's a Zoe. It's still a lot of money for 34k. It's as much as the MG ZS EV that I'm getting, which is top of the range, but it doesn't feel like that. It's smaller, just nowhere near its features. No glass roof, any of that stuff. No heated seats, no electric seats. It's just a real basic car, but it's still a lot of money for that. But then the actual driving experience is nice, because low centre of gravity, full on power, all the way up through the range. So that's nice, and the steering feels nice and all that kind of thing. But yeah, that cheapness, to why they need to have all that cheapness to achieve a car that's over 30k, I don't know. But anyway, that's it. That's all I've got to say. I've had this 3 months, and that's my experience now. Charging is not exactly fun, but you can just plan your shopping around it. Come here, go to Lidl's, do a bit of shopping. Anyway, so on that said, please remember to like and subscribe. I will do more videos. I'll probably try and do them more often. My sister got her Hyundai Ioniq 5, and she's had it for a couple of weeks now, so maybe get a chance to have a go out and that with her, and have a play with what is an expensive EV. So yeah, okay, thank you, bye.